Aflatoxin is a term that strikes fear into the hearts of many who work in agriculture, food production, and even in households that rely on staple foods like rice. This naturally occurring toxin, produced by certain molds, can contaminate crops and pose serious health risks if ingested. Today, we're diving deep into the world of aflatoxins, particularly how they affect rice, and we'll explore essential tips on prevention and management. Whether you're a farmer, a distributor, or a home cook, understanding aflatoxins can help you protect your health and the quality of the food you consume. First, let's understand what aflatoxins are. Aflatoxins are toxic compounds produced by molds, primarily Aspergillus flavus and Aspergillus parasiticus. These molds thrive in warm, humid environments, making certain regions particularly susceptible to contamination. Rice, being a staple food in many parts of the world, can become a target for these molds if not handled properly. The ingestion of aflatoxins can lead to serious health issues, including liver damage, immune system suppression, and even cancer. It's crucial to be aware of these risks to take proactive measures. One of the first steps in preventing aflatoxin contamination is to ensure proper agricultural practices. Farmers play a vital role in this process. Crop rotation is one effective strategy. By rotating rice with other crops, farmers can disrupt the life cycle of aflatoxin-producing molds. This practice not only helps in reducing mold populations, but also improves soil health. Additionally, selecting resistant varieties of rice can further mitigate the risk. Some strains have been bred specifically to withstand mold attacks, providing a natural line of defense. Harvesting practices also significantly impact aflatoxin levels. It's essential to harvest rice at the right time. Overripe or damaged grains are more susceptible to mold growth. Farmers should monitor their fields closely and aim to harvest when the grains are mature but not overly dry. Once harvested, rice should be handled with care. Avoiding mechanical damage during harvesting and transportation can prevent the introduction of molds that lead to aflatoxin production. After harvesting, drying rice properly is crucial. Moisture content is a significant factor in mold growth. Ideally, rice should be dried to a moisture content of 13 to 14% before storage. This can be done using traditional methods like sun drying or more modern techniques like mechanical dryers. Whichever method is chosen, it's essential to ensure that the rice is evenly dried to prevent localized moisture pockets, which can promote mold growth. Once the rice is dried, proper storage becomes paramount. Storing rice in a cool, dry place is essential to prevent mold growth. Airtight containers can help keep moisture out and protect the rice from pests. It's also wise to regularly inspect stored rice for signs of mold or spoilage. If any contaminated rice is detected, it should be discarded immediately to prevent further spread. For those involved in the distribution and retail of rice, ensuring that the product remains aflatoxin-free is also critical. This includes maintaining the right storage conditions during transportation. Distributors should be aware of temperature and humidity levels and take steps to control them. Regular testing of rice for aflatoxin levels can provide an additional layer of safety. Many countries have established maximum allowable levels of aflatoxins in food products, and adhering to these regulations is crucial for public health. Now, let's talk about what consumers can do to minimize their risk of aflatoxin exposure. When purchasing rice, it's important to buy from reputable sources. Look for brands that prioritize quality control and have measures in place to test for aflatoxins. Additionally, checking for signs of damage or spoilage in packaging can help identify potentially contaminated products. If the rice looks discolored or has an unusual smell, it's best to avoid it. Once you've brought rice home, proper storage is again essential. Keep rice in a cool, dry place and consider transferring it to airtight containers. This not only helps prevent mold growth, but also keeps the rice fresh for longer. If you live in a humid climate, consider using desiccants or moisture-absorbing packets in your storage containers to further reduce humidity levels. When it comes to cooking rice, rinsing it before cooking can be beneficial. This helps to remove any surface contaminants, including potential mold spores. While rinsing may not eliminate aflatoxins that have already penetrated the grain, it's a good practice to adopt. Cooking rice thoroughly is also essential. High temperatures can help reduce some levels of aflatoxins, although they may not eliminate them entirely. It's important to remember that while cooking can reduce the risk, it's not a foolproof solution. For those who are particularly concerned about aflatoxins, consider incorporating a variety of grains into your diet. Diversifying your grain consumption can reduce your overall exposure to any one specific toxin. Quinoa, millet, and barley are excellent alternatives that can provide similar nutritional benefits without the same risk of aflatoxin contamination. Education and awareness are powerful tools in combating aflatoxin contamination. Sharing information about proper agricultural practices, storage methods, and cooking techniques can empower communities to take action. Workshops, community meetings, and online resources can help spread the word and encourage proactive measures. In conclusion, preventing and dealing with aflatoxin contamination in rice requires a multifaceted approach. From the field to the table, each step in the rice production and consumption process presents opportunities for intervention. Farmers can implement better agricultural practices, distributors can maintain optimal storage conditions, and consumers can be vigilant in their purchasing and cooking habits. By working together and staying informed, we can reduce the risks associated with aflatoxins and ensure that rice remains a safe and nutritious staple in our diets. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the essential tips for preventing and dealing with aflatoxins in rice. Stay safe, stay informed, and happy cooking.